Hello, hello, and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? Happy Friday. I didn't open it really. Happy Friday, everyone. Hey, good guts, welcome in. Doing all right. Welcome back. This is my first time here today. First time here today. Happy almost Saturday, Puggers. Yeah. So I had to change my plans for the weekend video. It is not going to be PCG grammar because the things I want to do with PCG, I don't know. I don't understand enough about PCG grammar. It's to do do the stuff I want to do yet, basically. Because basically, I understand the script part. The script part is easy. It's the rest of the nodes that you need to then take it and make it a mesh, and then how to control the meshes is the part that I'm getting lost on. So, yeah. I think you were here today around 00 hours and 30 hours. Yeah, you were definitely here at 00 hours and 30 hours. Yep. Hello, Mr. Felix. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Hold on a second. Well, thank you. Did you just become a member at some point earlier today? Thank you. Because we're I don't remember a Mr. Felix being a member. Hey, it'd welcome in. And I just look over, I'm like, yep, it says 0 days ago. Well, thank you. Welcome. I appreciate it. But yeah, here I'm not here. I'll load up the grammar stuff I was testing. Can I show you guys kind of what I was doing, maybe, so you understand my pain or some of my pain. But the weekends tutorial is one I wanted to do for a while that I haven't gone to, and something I'm going to be kind of doing today on stream as well, which is doing a tutorial on how to do alphabetical sorting in pure blueprints. Obviously, you can do sorting alphabetically in C++. What if you're just doing blueprints, right? Then how do you do alphabetical sorting? Like, for example, for a struct or for anything. So yeah, that's what I'll be showing. But because I do that for my game, and it's not as good as actual C++ sorting, but it works in pure blueprints. You know, you take what you can get. So let me show you. So this here, right, is grammar. This path right here is grammar. Ignore this one. I swapped the meshes out. But for example, right, it's doing this, right? So because it is always putting them right up against each other, and this sticks out, this is supposed to loop around this, so it's supposed to overlap. There's no good way of just offsetting this graph afterwards. Which is the stupid system or stupid part. So, right, you can set these things, but then you need to offset it, and then you do math on it. The other thing I don't know yet is what if I want to have a gap here? Or like I want to have like gaps. Like maybe I want, instead of having this like fit perfectly, I'd want it to be like scale only like from here to here. Like these are the things that I want answers to before I'm like, okay, here's grammar and here's how to use it. Because these are like the basic stuff that I want to know how to do personally to be able to use this beyond like, oh, here's a little cool thing. You can make, you know, some fences or, you know, some columns or whatever else, right? Just spread them around using grammar. Yes, it's cool that you can spread them around and control like randomness and make it like random or have a pattern, but I want to go beyond that, right? And so that's kind of the thing. The other thing I've been doing, and the reason why you see this, like the way you do, is if I swap out you, is it pipe? I think it's pipe. If I swap these guys out, so this is what I was actually doing originally. Let me see. Did I disconnect here? Pipe you in. Oh. What did I break? Oh. There you go. So you can see here, I have a pipe system. I'll go a little bit bigger screen here. And it has like a corner piece. So this is just, the geo is a corner piece. And so what I want to have it do is follow the contour, right? Follow the angle of this graph. So it's copying the mesh along, and then it's bending along, it's bending along, it's bending along, and oh, verticality breaks. It breaks going up. It breaks going up and down. It works fine if you're on the same level until you get to the last one. And basically what I have to do here is have it add an override that just swaps the direction of the last one. Or, again, it's wrong. So I don't like that. And the reason why it's kind of a pain in the ass is because on the points, it's over a little. We get a bunch of information from this. We have the tangent, we have the we have the previous tangent and next tangent. We don't have current tangent. We have previous angle and next angle. We don't have current angle. Right? We have previous indexed, next index for the segment. But what you're saying, it's previous and next, previous and next. So if I want to know what is the current angle, like where this point is, I don't know. So, like I got the math down in terms of getting it to do it here, but it's such a mess to get it to follow the correct way. That's kind of a big one. And again, I want to figure out what's a good way of, let's say I want to have this line from here to here, but I want it to be like only up to this, and then this last part I just want as a whole. Right? So there's stuff like this that I'm just like, okay, I want to know how to do this. And then I'm like, okay, then I feel like I understand grammar enough to be like, okay, let's show everyone how this is done. Let's explain everything, you know. But if I cannot, like, say, I just don't want this, like, last piece, let's say, or I want it to go a little shorter, because right now, this piece goes inside of it, right? But because of this piece of geo, I'd want it to stop right here. Like I want this part, because I had to scale this, because otherwise it just didn't line up, right? So I want to know, how do I make it so this line does not go all the way inside of here till the end? How do I tell it to stop here? Because I feel like that's important to know. Like I want to know, how do I control exactly this segment to be a little bit shorter? So anyway, point is, I don't feel ready for teaching you guys like all the fun grammar stuff, because there's too many unknowns that I can't answer. Now, the interesting thing is I did ask in the Unreal Source Discord, and a few people were like, oh, you should do, just do this. Do you have like scaling turned on? Do you have like all this stuff turned on? And in the end of the day, after like 2 or 3 people tried to help me out, I think the result is nobody knows how to do what I asked. So that's the thing. I think just nobody knows how to. So I'm gonna need to come up with different ways of doing it. And go from there. What I'm thinking of is if I want to not have it go the full length, for example, I can't just tell it to put a blank static mesh there. That doesn't work. Because it goes off the bounds of the mesh by default, which is why at the beginning here, you saw the fence with a gap, right? That's why there was a gap. So what I might end up needing to do is basically take a spline and then break, like separate into separate splines. Go for like spline, this spline, this is spline, this spline, yeah. Break it into individual splines for every segment. And then for every segment then becomes its own just simple spline that I can then change the position distance of when I sample it. Because when you sample it, or when you rebuild it, sorry, you can choose to like pull it in at the ends or the beginnings. And then you can say like only go from like inside of the spline section. It's right. So again, grammar will come at some point. I'm just not happy with my knowledge of it right now for what I want to show to do a tutorial on. So just want to feel like I should give a heads up in case you guys are expecting a grammar tutorial for the weekend, because I said I wanted to do one, but it will come. Hopefully, by sometime next month. But in the meantime, we're gonna do some updates to the sorting. I want to be able to support more languages. What do I mean by more languages? If I type like a letter C here, in the top left, you'll see the number 67. It appeared there for a moment. I'll make this print string last longer. Okay. 67. I made it violet, which just surprisingly makes it harder to read somehow. Right, that was 67. So that means the letter's value is 67, which is cool. It's 2 digits. Very nice. But what if I have a different language? Well, what if I have, let's say, Japanese? And, I have a different letter. I have a Japanese letter. What's the number now? Oh, yeah, it's 5 digits. 12,427. So what if I want to also support Japanese alphabetical sorting? I put it in quotes. Right. Basically, I want to support more languages in alphabetical sorting than just English. That means that I need to account then that the digits are now 5 digits long, let's say at our max. So every single letter is 5 digits long, which means my current system is designed for 2 digits. I need to adjust it to 5. In that case, I need to change it from int32 to int64. I'm going to use 64-bit integer to hold the value. So we're going to do a few little adjustments, and theoretically it should be fine. Hey Leo, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. If it isn't too bad, that's not a great endorsement. Isn't too bad, it means it's bad, but it's not too bad. It's like, it's shit, but it's not that shit. Is that why you want to store with just Blueprint? I want to store with just Blueprint because I don't know C++. And rocket science on that one, I guess. Is that what you were looking for, a rating system? That is really great. The thing is, so he's using the go by weight. I tried that one for me, just using the weight. And when I did it, nothing happened. Like, it just didn't do anything. And when I went back to just in order, then it was fine. Maybe it was something else was going on in my testing when I was doing it before. Because I tried that like method. Not all the rest of the stuff. I didn't get to that, but like just the selection. No idea why. Yeah. Did you connect the nodes? Yes, I connected the nodes. Because the nodes were already connected. I changed drop down option. Yeah, all I did was for this stuff, right? I did, instead of try select children in order, I did try select children with at random weighted by utility. And this one didn't work. I think I also tried by highest utility, but I'm pretty sure I wanted to do random weighted by utility, and this one just didn't do anything. So yeah, slightly different. So we'll try later. Yeah, he did highest utility. His is slightly different. So maybe that one works. So yeah, I haven't seen the entire thing, obviously. It hasn't been enough time. I'll check it out at some point this weekend. Yeah. So this is my current sorting, alphabetical sorting. It checks the first 3 letters, and it assumes that you at least have 2. Because, and for the third one, it's like, okay, what happens if the last one's empty? And in my case, I also do the card tier, which we want to need. But yeah. Basically, need to rework this. So this tile values is an integer when we need it to be an integer 64. Oof. Get back out of Japanese. It's interesting that you need to convert an int32 to an int64. Why do you need to convert that? Like, it's still an integer. Sure. I cannot do a min of integer array of an int64. If I can't do I want to do 64-bit to be able to have a longer ability to search more things, basically. Because an int 32 is like what, 2 billion is the limit on that number. Problem is I need to use this min of int array, which only supports 32-bit, which is unfortunate. Unless we find a way of doing a 64-bit version. No. So int 32 has a max value of 2,147,000. That's the value, right? So ours was 12,000, right? When we were doing the Japanese letters, it was 12,000. So we could do 2 letters of Japanese worth if we wanted to do, like if you wanted to support going all the way to Japanese, then you could still do 2 letters because this was a 1-2, right? Yada yada yada. 1-2, yada yada yada, right? It depends on obviously the languages you use. Like for example, for shits and giggles, if I go back here, if I did a fancy character like an A with 2 dots on top of it, don't ask me how you say that letter. It's an A. For all intents and purposes, that is an A to me. And I did a little print string. Right, that's 196. Most likely, you're not going to be sorting Japanese and Chinese, things. I think that's kind of, though. I mean, could, but most likely you're not. If I go with this, so I guess we'll design it for. I mean, I can't. All of these are 3 letters. What's a language with a lot of unique characters? But I mean, like non-native English characters. What about Russian alphabet? It has a Cyrillic. I forgot what the word. I forgot what they're called. It's called Cyrillic. Yeah, we can try Arabic as well. So Cyrillic is 4 digits. Okay. And just to confirm, I'm going to grab a different Cyrillic here. Four digits. Okay. Arabic. You know, a single letter of Arabic that I can copy. Give me a single Arabic letter. You gave me the actual alphabet for what I typed in Cyrillic. Why wasn't give me the? I see. I sing Arabic script. Just give on Wikipedia. I just need. Oh, there we go. Found one. Okay, I think this is it. this thing. 4 digits. So really, we should support 4 digits, I think. I don't think we need to go to 5. I grabbed a different one. This is a test here. It should all be right. 4 digits. Okay. So we'll make it support 4 digits. That's fine then. 4 digits means 1. I mean, it still means 2 numbers though. Right? If you go 4, that means still 2, which is unfortunate. Right? Assuming we don't use this. But if you want to, you could then sort by this, and let's say a level, if you want to go up to 99, if you want to check also the level of somebody, you could also do that. It's just, you know. But yeah, all the language encoding? Probably. There's probably something. But yeah. If we go 4, if we have to support 4, we get 2 numbers. If we support 3, we get 3. This is 3 letters, rather. We can sort by the first 3, right? A, B, C. And that's really where you have to choose. So, depending on what you want to support, that's what you're stuck with. And that is because, as we just found out, of this node that I use. I use min of int array to get the minimum value or the minimum number in the array. And then that's how I sort.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
If there's a way of sorting an int64 array, then I'd love to. Problem is that we found out we can't do int64. Minimum value of A and B. Sort integer. Wait, what is this? Sort integer 64 array. Sorry, what? Is this new? Well, no, this won't work because I'll sort it, but then I need to know the reference to all of this. I need to know the index, where it goes. So that doesn't work. We can sort of byte, float, integer, name, and string arrays. They're all great. That's why I wasn't using them, because you can't. It sorts it alphabetically, but it doesn't work for structs. That's the problem. So let's think about this for a moment. I can make a array of strings, let's say. Then I can sort the array of strings. And then I can use the find in the array of strings. Ooh. I can find in the array of strings, which will find me the index where it matches. Oh, now we're thinking. And then we can actually sort potentially by every single letter, because we're doing it by string. Okay, we might be redoing this entirely. This is, now we're thinking. What are we doing? Blueprint alphabetical sorting. Yeah, let's try this. You know what? I'm gonna do it in an entirely new project. Because I don't want to mess with stuff what I'm doing, and I'm going to need it for a tutorial anyway. In what aspect exactly? Sorting the actual blueprint? No. So I want to sort structs alphabetically. Specifically structs. Sorting an array is easy. You just saw there's nodes for it. But you can't sort a struct alphabetically. So if you have a struct, let's say you have an inventory system and you want to sort the inventory system alphabetically. Right? Well, how do you do that? So that's what we're going to be doing. Here you saw if I do sort, you could... Oh. Give me back what I was showing. If I do sort, right, I can do sort byte, float, integer 64, name, and string. It's all nice, but it doesn't sort a struct by a value. And right then when you're doing a for each on a struct, you can't sort that either. If the struct has the string name of the item, it should sort it by that item. I'm guessing that's what you're trying to... Yeah. So if the struct has the name of the thing or description or whatever else, and you want to sort it by that, that's what we want to do. We want to be able to sort the structs. So if you have an inventory system or whatever else, you want to be able to sort that alphabetically. With blueprints, obviously can be done with C++. What we want to do with blueprints. And we just had a breakthrough. By we, I mean I just had a potential breakthrough, so we're going to see if it works. So let's do a simple blueprint class. Sort struct, and we're going to need a struct. Let's say this is going to be the name. It is just going to be of a type string. And I don't know, value. Give it a float. Actually, I'll give it an integer, and it'll be the index. Like the original index of it, basically. Okay, so what we want to do is first add the original struct. Okay, you can expose it, honestly. So we can just control it in the world. And here, oh, I need to make it an array. Yep. Let's do it. There you go. That should be plenty. So, cookie, pie, milkshake. What other foods are there? Cake. Candy apple, sure. Chocolate. Chocolate's a flavor, but yes. it is also a thing. Yeah, there you go. So now we have an array from 0 to 6, 0 to 5, and we want to sort this alphabetically. Also, can I just point out 1, 2, 3, 4 of these are starting with the letter C? It's just random little side thing that 4 of these are starting with the letter C. No. I mean, I'm the one who came up with the first 4, and that was 2 C's already. What are we changing chocolate to? What's... Raisins. We're gonna have one that's just different. I'll add donut too. I'm leaving raisins in there. Donut. So, an event graph on begin play. I'm going to do just a for each loop. No. What? All of the other things are desserts. I wouldn't call raisins a dessert. Right? Cookies, pies, milkshakes, cakes, candy apples, donuts, they're all sweet desserts. Raisins, I don't know about that one. We'll do index first. And we just need to put this into the world somewhere and then press play. There we go. So we can see already that we have everything in order. Obviously, it prints bottom to top. But we can make it print actually reverse. So let's do a reverse for each loop so that we just visually see it in the correct order. There we go. 0 to 6. Raisins are an act of self-harm? That's a little intense, I feel, you know. Like, raisins are nice in some desserts. Like, you could have, like, a cheesecake with raisins. Or something, like, adjacent to that. It's pretty tasty. Like, they can be tasty. Not actual, I should point, not actual cheesecake. Like, cheesecake-like desserts. Where they're, like, cheesy baked stuff is good. I just like cheese, to be fair. If you put cheese with anything, I mean, it's gonna be good. Whether it's raisins or, you know, plastic. It's cheese. People who are lactose intolerant, I'm sorry for you. Okay, but what we need to do now is sort it alphabetically. So theoretically, this should be actually a lot easier now, because promote to variable. We make this. We made this a name array. And we want to just add this name to the array. Very, very difficult on this one, I know. The only thing close you eat is that the prunes and prune juice. See, I don't actually. I think I've tried prunes like once and I didn't like them. I don't know if I've ever had prune juice, to be fair. I think when I was younger, I had prunes once. I'm like, this is not for me. I don't. What are prunes? I forget what prunes are. Like what fruit it is. I mean. Plums. That's what they are. They're dried plums. Aren't they good for like your bowels? Is it like a laxative or something? Or am I misremembering? What is a stable? If a stable sort should be used, this prevents the order of identical elements, but is slower. Oh no, I want to. I don't want it to be slower. So we can do ascending or descending, which is fine. And then after this, we do a for each loop. Consumer prunes regularly may support gut, bone, and cardiovascular health. Good for the intestines. If your guts are, you know, doing a good job, that'll make you shit, right? Oh no, we need to have a name array and like another array. Sorted array. We also add it to this. And we'll do check on this one. So we'll do sort the sorted one. And then here we need to get the name array. Oh wait, if I find it here, it will find this in this place. Now I need the reverse. I need to do a no. I need I need to do a name array here. And we're checking in the sorted array where it is. And then we get that. And we have a sorted struct. And so we add this over. The only thing I want to check is when were the sort of things added? I remember them from before, but I don't remember if they were there from like 5.0 or not. UE5 sort array. Sort array of strings. String. Because or is it like a new? I need to find documentation on this. How do we find documentation? I just want to know. I just want to find the node. I don't even care if it's not going to have any document. I just want to know when it was created. Sort string array. It won't tell me when it was. Okay, this is the one. Oh, hold on. Is it new? Hold on. Is it new in 5.5? Hey, DJD, welcome in. How's it going? You doing well? What dog do you need? I just want to know how to find when a node was added. So we found it, but it doesn't tell me like, oh, introduced in 5.5 even. Freaking Unreal documentation is just so non-existent. Okay, let me just open a 5.4 project or something and just try it and see. We'll go back in time. Here's a 5.4 project. Because I think that's why I didn't do it, potentially. I did the sort in 5.4, or did I start in 5.3? I want to say 5.4, though. I don't remember. I think it was 5.4. You're changing the methods faster than you changing your underwear. Oh my good sir, they don't change the methods very often. I really hope you change your underwear more often than they change their methods. Okay, no, it's still here in 5.4. Okay. What is the earliest project I have? All 7 days, like everyone. All 7 days of the beginning of the year and never again. Like everyone. You're about to say both of you to assume he changes his underwear. True. I have a 5.2. If it's in 5.2, then we'll assume it's always been there. And I'm just blind. All right, Leo, you're working on a layer material system, right? Here's my layer material system. My old one. Also has roll position offsets, camera masking. Here's my material layer system, which supports everything known to mankind, including fake lighting, height blending, parallax occlusion mapping, and yeah, fake reflections. And here's my material layer blend that also allows you to custom blend things. So you can, so if you want to, you could blend only the base color or only the normals or whatever it is. And also has a fake lighting system built part of it. It's all under static switches, so it's fine. Yeah, not all of these are texture samples, by the way. Some of them are just. This is one sample that's just plugged in, and these are all color. There's also an option for world position versus not world position, like triplanar or not triplanar. Yeah, this is a lot of stuff here. But anyway, the thing we want to test here. Oh yeah, this was the blueprint that was designed for it. There's a lot to it. Anyway, I spent a long time on it, and honestly, at this point in time, I want to say that it is. I mean, this version is complete. The problem is, I think there's better ways of doing it now, which is why I never released it. The thing that I wanted to do, the reason I created it originally was I got tired of making material instances for every single unique piece of geo. And I wanted to be able to just have one material instance and just replace the textures on them, basically. That's where it started. Because I took over an environment where I need to update the materials on like hundreds of objects that all had their own base color and, you know, roughness, etc. And so I had to make instance after instance after instance and plug those in. And then there were so many material instances that I was like, I can't. But yeah, this is all here. This is the blueprint. Here, I'm blocking away. This is the blueprint that I have. By the way, to the controls this is also hierarchical material instances. So I can just control like all of this. So I'm changing the base color of the layer below it. I'm not changing the one above, as you can see. If I wanted to change the one above, see which one it is, because I don't remember which one it is. This one, no. I didn't set this up for a long time ago, so. What do I have here? It was, oh, I had a layer. Here, let's turn these off. There you go, it'll be easier to work with that. Demo with that. UV controls. There you go. So now I'm changing the UV tiling on just this one. Oh, I remember why. I can't modify the base color on this because on this layer, I never turned on to grade it. That's why. So if I turn on to grade it now, I can adjust the base color on it and tint it just that layer. So this is all material layers. And I control the material layer blend as well. So here I can also change the multiply. So I'm changing the way the layer is blending entirely. I can make it an additive layer. I can do a minimum, maximum, a multiply. And I can override it basically. I can override the metallics and all that good stuff. What am I using for the blend on this one, on this layer? What am I using to override it? I'm using height. So if I go to height blend controls, I can change the height. Right. So yeah, it's all exposed in the blueprint. The problem with this though, and the thing that I don't like it about it anymore, is the fact that everything needs to go into a blueprint. That's the main one. If you want to be able to override the textures, though, you kind of have to, because you need to make a dynamic material instance. If you want to override the be able to override the textures as well, but realistically speaking, depending on your setup, you could get away without it. But yeah, this is a very advanced setup. And you do like multi-layered stuff to your heart's content. Anyway, we were here to test sort. Okay, sort array does not exist here. If I do sort, it does not exist in 5.2. Okay, so it is either in 5.4 or 5.3 when it was added. So let's try a 5.3 environment. Here's one of 5.3. Don't put it in C++, the material instances in an array. Don't put in C++. I don't know C++ to begin with, so don't worry. I'm not putting anything in C++. I don't know C++. Sort. Okay, 5.4 was when it was added. Yeah, so this was added in 5.4. That's why I didn't remember this, because it's 5.4 plus.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Bear with me, you're a German dev, so you put all stuff in arrays? I mean, yeah. I mean, for many things I do too. Arrays are great. I mean, it's better than individual, values. That's for sure. What is game dev if not managing arrays? True and real. Next time someone asks you, are you making a game? Say yes. Just reply with yes, I am. Yes, I am using arrays. One of the comments I actually get quite a decent amount on is on my PCG, on some of my PCG videos, where people are like, don't partition by index, it is expensive. To loop on index, basically, to loop on every single point. Like, don't use it because it's expensive. And I mean, I reply to them, but more or less I ignore those comments because one, it's the same thing as saying don't use tick, right? No, you use it on specific things, and most of my stuff, actually, pretty much none of my PCG stuff is meant to be run at runtime. It is meant to be used as a tool to create something, and then you have the asset. Well, if you come over to the YouTube side, DJ Deep, there's no ads, but I pause working on anything during ads, so you don't miss anything. But yeah, on my YouTube videos, you get comments like, "Great, don't use a loop basically on every single point," and I don't do at runtime. So even if it runs at every point, it doesn't matter. The performance cost is 0 because you're not doing it at you're just doing it on your local machine. You have it generate. It can take 30 seconds for all it matters, as long as it generates, and you're good. There's no performance hit. I think one thing people forget about PCG is unless you're doing it at runtime, the performance cost of PCG is 0. Just literally 0. So it's great. You always think about PCG in runtime? But for most things, you're not generating PCG during runtime, right? If you're making a forest and you're doing partitioning, right, then of course you have it. That's its own thing. But ads should have ended quite a while back for you, Mario. Welcome to the YouTube side. That should have been over for a while. Most time would be just a tool for ask. Yeah, that's what I use PCG for. I use it as a tool for populating stuff. Personally. Like, that's the primary thing I did. So this one is going to be, let's say, green. And let's see. That doesn't seem right. Why is my sword of struct? Oh, because I duplicated with right. Aha! Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's so much easier in 5.4 plus. Look at that. So this is the original, right? It's an order, but it's not alphabetical order. And now we have. Wait, this is not in order either. What is this shit? Hold on. I got excited because these numbers were not in order. What is this? What is this shit? Oh, because we're getting. I'm going through the name array. Oh. I think I do need to do this the other way around here. Did I get it backwards? Let's find out. No. What I have backwards is So I need to check in the sorted array where this exists. This is checking where this exists in the sorted array. Now it's checking in the sorted array. Where is it in the original? Get the one from the original. I'm getting myself confused. Why do I think on a dictionary or an own struct? I don't follow. I don't follow. I need to see what index number this is. Well, I know the index of this. This is index whatever it is. I need to find it. And then, is this not it? Blueprint function library with a struct sorted by key. Oh, that's too advanced for me. That's too advanced for me. Oh, you know what I need to check? Is this even sorted properly? Hold on. You know what? Before I could think about this all being broken, is this even working properly? Hold on. For each loop. Print string. Because it'd be a good idea to just first confirm that I've even sorted it. Advanced, no, but lowers the count of nodes in Blueprint? Oh, it is sorting. Okay. Yeah, this is sorted. Okay. So we have sorted correctly. So then... So then why doesn't this work? I find it in the name array, which is the exact order of the original struct. With the find integer not directly correlate to the index of the original struct? Well, it should, right? So I'm checking in my original array that is not sorted, and I'm finding the one in the sorted array. So in the original array, I find, okay, here's the match. It is index whatever it is. Or yeah, index whatever it is. And then I go and I'm like, okay, let me grab that index and let me save that index. Yeah, but it's not right. Right? It's not right. It's just reversed it. How is that possible? How did it just reverse it? Like, it didn't do anything. It's getting... Oh, hold on a second. Print me the number here. $3260451. Cake. Milkshake. Why is it cake then milkshake? Yeah, so this is that's why it's wrong. It is giving me this, but that's not correct. I'm being stupid here. I know I am. I don't know how I'm being stupid yet, but I'm being stupid. And this we're trying to find within the name array index, and now the actual index of the one that got saved. Well, I don't need to do compare, because compare is just like, does it that compares 1 and 1. So this, right, I go from the original struct. So it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, right? The array gets saved. Hey, Jay, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well, right? So it runs in order. Oh, I'm running it in reverse order. Hold on. I might be messing myself up here by having things flip forward and backwards also for each loop. Let's just make sure all of these are actually just for each loops. Because I made the reverse loop that... That was the problem. That was the problem. I was like everything makes sense. It should work. The problem was I was doing a reverse and then I was using a regular. So it was reversing the reverse. Yeah. We just want to say the reverse for it. Yeah. Yep. Because I was like looking, I'm like, what? Like, it should work. Based on everything I know, it should work. Okay. So we can sort an entire struct now alphabetically 5.4 plus very easily. Right? Here's a sort. And we can even change the order of it here. So we'll just do descending, so we just see it actually written alphabetically. There we go. Ta-da! Love the YouTube content. Oh, thank you. Gonna see you make a game? That's what we're doing now. Okay, so for 5.4 plus, very easy to set up. Here's a question. How many people are still in 5.3 and below? I mean, I guess I should show how to do it in 5.3 and below as well. Because there's really no reason not to. we can do the 5.3 and below version, which is not as good. Because it doesn't have just a sort string array function built in. Using the method I used in here. Do you have an FAQ for a game? Of course, you could ask me. I don't have an FAQ. The FAQ is the stream. Ask me whatever you want. Almost no one asks me anything ever. Everyone always says like, oh man, I wish like I don't know how you do X, Y, and Z. I'm like, you should never ask. No one ever asks. So no, I don't have an FAQ. Because I don't have a frequently asked anything. So please go ahead. You got 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Sorry, it took too long asking your questions. Time's up. I guess no questions anymore. Sucks to be you. What genre are you looking to do? Oh, I have a game here. If you haven't seen it. People are too scared to ask for that exact reason? For what reason? I pressed play. Oh, there you go. So it's a deck building roguelike with ARPG mechanics that is also a like Binding of Isaac, where power-up stack. I don't know why these are no longer attacks. Don't mind them. I'm just reworking AI, and so they don't attack anymore. They're just there to look cool and stuff, and then they break right now. So just don't mind that. Also, my dash isn't working. Why is my dash not working? What happened to dash? Dash? Dash. Dash here? Like, I know the AI has problems right now. Oh, there's my dash. Well, that's not good. What happened to the dash there? So yeah, it's basically a and it's combined with Binding of Isaac. So I have a bunch of power-ups that all stack. For example, I can get obviously these will be unlocked. So now I shoot a projectile, right, on my attacks. And if I did multi-hit, I also shoot multiple projectiles. So, lots of things are broken right now, it seems. But that's because we're reworking the AI, so... yeah. Oh, now I can't... now I can't left-click or right-click. Okay, well, some things are very broken right now. Why can't I attack anymore? Okay, good start. Good start. I got bugs. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about all of this. Oh, this is all AI related. AI for all of this. So just, yeah, don't worry about it. It just depends on what breaks first. Unreal crashing or me? I'm not breaking first. That's for sure. You gotta be silly if you think I'm breaking first. I can basically take all of this. this. Let's put all this out of the way because it's just temporary. Yeah, we don't have a way of sorting that, so create variable title values. Just ignore bugs; they'll go away eventually. How long have I been working on it? A year in like actual time. 3 months in actual work time, give or take. I say actual work time because I stream like 2.5, 3 hours a day, 5 days a week on it. Usually 5 days a week on it. And realistically, it's like 2 hours at best is what I actually get of work done. So some days I have much less work done on the game. Some days more. But I think I'm probably on average 2, 1.5, 2 is realistic on saying like actual productivity. So which translates to about a week for every month, roughly. So right now we're going to be updating our sorting because it seems like there's a better way of doing it since we're in 5.4 plus for alphabetical sorting. But the other thing is I'm setting up get ready for Sunday's video. Yeah, I use Unreal Engine professionally. I work in virtual production. Yep. So you want to get this one. Wait. So we're adding this one to the sorted cards. Sorted struct. And the end here. All this. Now then we have what we need. We can reverse at that point. So let me just do a print. So let's see if this works. You just became a hero. Why? That's what you're trying to do? Your cousin and I are starting to work in cinematics? I'm no one's hero. If I had the power, I would not be in virtual production. I would be in games. I hate to break it to you. The only reason I'm not in games is because I failed to get into the game industry. That's it. Don't repeat yourself. Put in a function. Put what in a function? This? It's for a tutorial. It's gonna be fine. You know, I'm not gonna create functions for a tutorial. If people want to do it, then yeah, they can. What do you want out of the VFX world? Because I don't watch movies and I don't watch TV shows. But I play lots of games. That's why. I have zero passion for VFX. Simple as that. I enjoy games though. I'm good at Unreal. I'm good at my job. Like in terms of virtual production, like I'm currently doing environments solo. Right? So in terms of my skill level, I fit the bill very well. Because finding people for virtual production is insanely difficult. Because, and I say this all the time, in virtual production, you need to find someone that wants to be in film, but also wants to learn gaming. Those people are rare. Right? So usually if you want to be in film, you're not going to be learning Unreal Engine. Or if you want to be in games, you're not going to want to be in film. Right? So it's just finding someone that is going to be good for virtual production because of that is extremely hard. I'm in this niche position where I've been in film. I know film, like the industry. But I don't care about it, so I've learned game engines. So I am this weird middle child, basically, that doesn't fit in either one, but I'm good at both, and so virtual production has worked out really well for me. So that's why. Yeah. Barrier to switching to gaming is the games industry is insane to a degree. I know a colleague, for reference, I know a colleague that is extremely talented. Ta-da, it's sorted. 5.3 below sorted.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
I know a colleague that is extremely talented. He has worked as a supervisor. He is also a true generalist. Throw anything at him you want. He'll do Unreal, he'll do Maya, he'll do rendering, he'll do animations, he'll do whatever you want. He'll do compositing. He's a generalist, like a true generalist. He applied at like he does full environments by himself. Like he's great. He applied at a game studio. They offered him a junior position. Just let that sink in. As a supervisor level, that is not supervising just because he's a supervisor, that actually knows his shit and does everything, was offered a junior position at a game studio because he does not have game experience. Yeah, I just want you to just let that sink in. It's insane. You just lost all hope for applying for games? No, don't lose hope for applying. You should still apply. In his case, he's also locked down at where he has a family, so he can't like look out and find like jobs outside of where he lives. Right? If you're willing to relocate, it'll be easier for you to find a job, obviously. Or if you can find remote work, obviously that works too. But that's why it's hard to go from film to games, because for whatever reason, and I get it, people do not want to see a film person basically in the game industry. And as someone working in virtual production, I also do not want to see film people in virtual production. I agree. The worst part of it all, right, is that I agree with the game studio that, I mean, I don't agree in his case. That guy's talented as hell. They should be able to see that. But in terms of like in general, I won't be like, oh yeah, this guy is talented in VFX. I'd want to see like, what are your skills for like games? But then I would look at those skills and be like, okay, this translates, this translates, this translates, this translates. Cool. This thing we might need to teach him. That should be fine. He's already capable of doing all the other stuff, so he clearly can learn. So cool, we're good, right? That's how I am. Yeah, 5.3 and below, alphabetical sorting, up to 3 characters for a lot of stuff. You're developing a UE5 software for buying food in his company. Wait, what? You don't have capacity to relocate, so for now it's pure remote. Yeah, but for now, remote is, like a lot of companies are still fine with remote. The thing is, smaller companies are more open for remote than bigger ones. Right? So if you're applying for like a small studio, they're going to be remote, most likely. If you're applying like to work at a big studio, they're probably going to want to do at least a mix. For example, there's a Microsoft studio not too far from me. The Coalition that makes Gears of War, they have a mix policy. I think it's like 3 out of 5 days or something like that, right? They have basically part of the days you have to be at the office, but part of the days you can be remote. So once you get to the bigger studios, then you do that. But smaller ones, which personally is what I prefer. I've never been at a big team studio. Like, I've worked at bigger companies, but like the teams that I was in, like never really grew that big. Usually, even within like a bigger team, I was always part of a smaller niche team of that team. The first job I ever did out of college was working on 21 Jump Street. And the movie. And the first day I got to the studio, it was literally me and one other guy. That's it. Like day one was just us two. Eventually, I think they hired up to like 10 people like to get stuff done because they need compositing and animation and all that stuff. But the first like day, first like week or two, maybe even a month, it was just 2 people. Food delivery service in 3D. You don't know what target, but you get paid. So what? Yeah, that's that's the main thing. That's the main thing. So there we go. We have. I'm gonna replace my alphabetical sorting with this, and for Sunday I'll release a tutorial on how to do alphabetical sorting for for 5.3 below and 5.4 and above, because the 5.4 and above is significantly better. 5.3 and below, obviously, it has limitations, but we can do that pure blueprints now. So huzzah! That is awesome. So this entire thing is going to get a lot smaller. You're watching a rich guy on YouTube, so a regular YouTuber. Don't ask if you can do something for me. Show me you can do it. Yes, of course. But you need to be given the opportunity to show something, right? That's the thing. If you're not giving the opportunity, you can't show. You're rich, someone called you. You're rich? Well, lucky you. I wish I could be rich. That'd be so nice. One day. One day, maybe we will all be rich. You can always create a portfolio. Here's the thing, right? The guy that I was telling you guys about, they offer a junior position, he has a portfolio. Right? Again. If someone doesn't want you, they don't want you, right? Kind of thing. Oh, by the way, have I ever shown you guys the best portfolio ever made? I feel like I showed you guys the best portfolio ever made at one point in the past. Yeah, you said Evil Studio was that bad at all places he applied? He couldn't find a job anyway. He applied to, I don't remember if it was dozens or hundreds of places. He never found anything for like a long time. Like no one even replied to him. It's like, it's bad. It's the problem. So here's the like part of the problem with this, right? He is very skilled, but he is also too skilled to do anything below, and at the same time, he doesn't have the skill to be in his current position in another industry. So what also could be happening is he's being rejected for positions below because they're like, well, he's not going to want to be paid the lower amount. He's just going to leave us. So there's no point of like, that's why people don't usually hire overqualified people, because the assumption is if they're overqualified, they're going to go somewhere else real quick as soon as they find something else. And they don't want to give him the same position because he's not qualified, because he's missing a lot of the information you'd want them to have for that position. Right? So there's multiple layers to this, but that still doesn't change the fact that it's both 3D. They can be taught, but it's just a matter of, does the studio want to take the time to teach you the things you're missing or not? That's really the big one. You and your friends start a gaming studio? Boom, check please. No, that's not how you make. If you wanna make money, you and your friends start a make a game with gambling in it and microtransactions, and boom, money. Anyway, do you guys want to see the best demo reel of all time? The best demo reel has never been surpassed since 2011. Genuinely. There's no demo reel that's better than this. I think I've shown it to you guys before at one point or another. I'll even unmute it for this. He's good at 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, and 5D CG artists. I mean, how can you beat that? Best demo reel ever. The guys go, I'm telling you, 13 years ago, that man made that. Trying to find. There's one other thing that I'm seeing. But really though, if you guys actually want to see an actually good demo reel though, real quick, the only one I know is a good compositing demo reel. If I can find it. Yeah, here we go. So, on a more serious, this is actually a good, like, if you want to know how to make a good demo reel, this is a compositing demo reel. But this should teach you how to make a good demo reel. And let me tell you, I cannot make a demo reel like this. You can only do this if you're like doing like a bunch of stuff or you're a compositor. But it's crazy those models will still hold up in Unreal. True. Even the 42 million poly cube probably will hold up thanks to Nanite. But this is an actually good demo reel. No, this is genuine. This is compositing. No, here's the thing. One, it has 33 million views from 13 years ago. The reason this is an amazing demo reel is one, it is entertaining, right? It is genuinely entertaining to watch. But two, if you actually look at it, he is extremely well composited and lit in these environments. Like, he matches the environments, the lighting and everything. This is like, to make an entertaining demo reel that also is like on a technical level insanely good, right? Obviously this is composited. Obviously this wasn't like this, but it's really good. And it's silly. So if a demo reel is boring, people will click away. Just straight up. And this will keep people watching. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed the little demo reels. I don't really have many others. Like if anyone wants me to like actually review an actual demo reel, I can. Like for like 3D stuff, I can do demo reel reviews. But love your defense of it. It's awesome. No, but it's not even I'm not like defending it. Like it's just genuinely a really good compositing thing. Right? And that's what it is. It's a compositing demo reel. I need a sorted sorted cards. Here it is. If for whatever reason, like I have thought about like having people like submit demo reels and having me like give feedback and stuff. But I don't know. I don't think many people would even want to do that. Oh yeah, I articulated why it was good very well. Thank you. Well, that's the only reason I haven't done this. I don't think many people would want to do it. So I think this is it. I think this is all I need. So we're swapping out a. Oh, it's still 2 loops. It's just 2 loops that now sort anything and everything, which is awesome. Who wouldn't want a professional's opinion? I would. Well, it's not about who wouldn't want a professional opinion. It's also who would want one and would be willing to show their demo reel or you know, whatever it is. I think even at my size, I don't think I would get many. I could, you know what? I can ask. I can make a I'll make a community post and post it on Twitter and Blue Sky and whatnot, and I'll ask the community if they want it. I'll do something like that because that is pretty fun, I think. Are you roasting your first demo of the game? You couldn't dev for months. Leo, I don't think you haven't been here. Have you been here for months already? I don't think. Have you been? I don't know. I don't have a sense of time. Look, don't worry. It wasn't as bad as it was for Mike. Okay, Mike's not here, but you know he's. He can't even remember doing it. It's been that long. Mike spent a week or 8 days working on something, and I showed him how I would do it in like 15 minutes, and that was great. That was hilarious. That was good times. Oh, I still need this here. I just do this. Oh no, poor Mike. I gave him the option. I told him, like, hey, I'm willing to show you how I do it. And if I do it super fast, then I have the right to make fun of you for it. He's like, deal. I think he took my stuff and then changed a few little things, but it was just the general idea was there. Now I'm doing a community post on just my YouTube channel in the community section, as well as just on Blue Sky and Twitter. Now it's not gonna be behind Patreon. The only thing I put behind Patreon are the actual project files, because they don't offer you anything you can get from the YouTube video already. As in, if you just recreate the tutorial, you'll get effectively my project file, right? This is just one-to-one recreation. And the other thing I put behind Patreon right now is the packages, the monthly packages for the game. You let me support me on Patreon, but your wife would cut you? Oh no, don't do that then. Well, don't worry. There's also YouTube members and Twitch. So, you know, you could find a different... I'm kidding. But if you have a Twitch Prime, it's free. If you already have it, make sure to use it on somebody. You like your body cut free? Where's the fun in that? That doesn't seem fun. Hey, I hear girls think, you know, scars are cool. Do they think it's extra cool if they make them themselves? I don't know the answer to that question. Why do I wait? Why do I have rarity sorting doing the same thing? What? Oh, I see. Rarity sorting is also doing alphabetical sorting. And what's the difference? What's the difference here? Oh, it checks by rarity. Two, three, two, one. Well, that's just actually, I can just reuse it, right? I think I just reuse the same setup and just. And then just do rarity sorting on top of that. I can modify this. I can modify this to also have rarity sorting. Yeah. They permanently marked you? Why wouldn't they do that? If somebody made my videos up, I just can't find the time to get through them. I'm like that. I have. So a lot of times I open a YouTube video like I want to watch. I then leave it as a tab open. Like a week will go by and like, oh shit, I haven't seen it yet. And then I'll add it to my watch later list. And I close the tab so that way I still can, you know, go back to it so I don't lose it. I don't think I've ever watched a single thing from my watch later list. Maybe I've seen something from there once. But now that I like think about it, I don't think I've actually seen pretty much anything from my watch later list. I've seen some stuff. You see. A little screenshot of. Here's my watch list. Rotating neural maps in Unreal, but Alex, great. I keep wanting to see this Rosen Junction, just because I want to see how those are connected. I don't remember what I wanted of this, but yeah, there's something on here that PCG that I wanted to check out at some point. Editor utility widgets. I think this was before I started to look. I don't even think I need this anymore here because I already know how to create editor utility widgets. I think this was before I learned how to do them. Base building system, snapping actors. Oh yeah. I wanted to figure out how to do like snapping. So that's why it's there. Flying AI. I think this one's either actually a flying AI or I thought it was, in which case draw splines with your mouse, with Crucible tools, which is pretty cool. Although there's already this built in. Yeah, Ben Croward is great. I don't know why I have this one saved. Actually, I know how to pack channels. There has to have been something in here that I was like, you know, I want to get like check back to. Mesh bound extraction by Romance Great. I needed that at one point. I think there's a in 5.5 there's a note for this. I'm pretty sure. Ours Guide to Data Distillation. I watched this already. I don't remember what this is.
Ads are here.
Yeah.
Pausing for ads.
Oh yeah, auto nav link. I need to set up in my project, which is pretty cool. The 5.5 has an auto nav link system. Oh, so good. You can pack your textures right in the engine now. You can. I gotta look into that. That's convenient. The question is, then why would you bring them in? Actually, I guess if you could pack them... The texture graph... Yeah, I remember that. I remember that's a thing that's in beta. And yeah, I never tried it, still. I think at one point I meant to try it. But... never ended up... I mean, I guess it's still convenient, right? If you don't want to go through Photoshop, if it's relatively simple to do it, I mean, yeah, I guess. I guess it would be good. We're using Blender for channel packing. You what are you using like Photoshop? You know what? Actually, it would be very good to if Unreal does it, because I use Affinity Photo, and Affinity Photo is shit at doing packing into layers. It's such a convoluted mess for it. Yeah. So standard for channels. It's great. Yeah, maybe I'll look into it. I mean, by maybe, I mean, let me open Notepad and write it. I really should look into the texture graph plugin already. No, I don't have. Well, I don't have Photoshop. If you need something that's actually like a Photoshop equivalent, Affinity Photo is not less than $5, but you pay for it once, unlike a Photoshop subscription, and that's it. And then you have the software. It's great. It's where I do all my thumbnails. It's where like I do everything. Right. It's basically Photoshop, right? As you can see, it's great. It's just the channels thing. You can't just like select it and just copy paste, things from channel. It has this weird setup for it. It's a pain in the ass to figure out. But yeah. This video didn't do well. That was sad. I'm falling off, guys. I've been falling off for a while. It's horrible. So on here, we just need to append. Right? But we need to append it at the beginning. YouTube grind is tough. It's fine. I think it's fine. I'm not doing it like, oh no, I gotta make it big on YouTube kind of thing. I started my YouTube channel because I wanted to give back to the community. Because I watch tons of YouTube videos. It's how I learn Unreal. So like, you know what? I should make tutorials as well on stuff I know that there isn't tutorials for. That's how I started the channel. And, you know, if I do like make it bigger, I mean, great. I know my YouTube channel helps me actually get jobs. And I know that because like when I was applying, they saw, I'm like, I put my YouTube channel on there. I'm like, hey. And like the current place, they're like, yeah, they after I applied, they're just watching my streams because they could see if I was genuine during the interview by seeing the streams. If I'm like, you know, if I'm like a big asshole like on streams, but like on the interview, I was like, oh, I love everyone, right? And obviously the big contrast, then they'll be like, oh, okay, the bullshit alarm is going off. Clearly this guy was bullshitting. But I give the YouTube channel and they're like, oh, okay, you know what? The things he said he knows, I see him doing it. Like, and then they can judge it whether it's good enough or not, but like, right, it's I know it's helped me. Like objectively. If you need to develop niche things like this, then develop a cult following with a few people. It's hard to grow if you aren't doing entertainment. Why does it have to be a cult? Why a cult? Oh, I just realized I want to do... I need to add this section to there as well. But yeah, the bullshit alarm. You know, a lot of people are like, you know, lie at your interview. Like, you should never lie at your interview. But I know people that have said, yeah, you should just lie, you know, just tell them you can do things to pass the interview. That's a terrible idea. Right? People will, you might get the job, but you'll get fired within, you know, 2 weeks when they realize you were lying. So like long term, it's not a good idea. I just always tell it how it is. As in, like if I don't know something, I'll tell them I don't know it. Just straight up. I see no reason to be like, oh no, I know it. Like I'll tell them I don't know it, and I'll get by, but I'll tell them like I'll learn it, and that's the best thing, in my opinion. You know, show that you're willing to put in work to learn the stuff. You can't possibly know everything, but that's okay. Being interested in learning the stuff to, you know, improve is big. Being genuine has landed you both of your jobs? Nice. You were told you were interviewing for a junior Python developer position 5 minutes before the interview was... The recruiter sends you the description for a senior developer? Nice. Nice, yeah. Did you get it? Did you get the senior developer position? Let me rephrase that. Did you get the position with the actual senior level rate? 5 minutes into the interview, you told them you were wasting their time. They called you back the next day and told me to open up a junior position for you. Why didn't you just go through the interview on to the senior? Or do you mean like you applied for a junior, you were going to be interviewed for a junior, and they got confused and made it a senior position? Because it sounds like they thought you would be a good fit for a senior position to me, but maybe I'm misunderstanding. Wait, why is it when sort? Oh, false. This was supposed to be on false. I was through a recruiter. God. Got it. Okay. In general, do not be afraid to apply for positions above your pay grade. Right? If you think you're a junior, apply for mid-level. If you're mid-level, apply for senior positions. It does not hurt you to apply for a position higher. So, while in this case, yeah, junior to senior is a big jump. But if you're at this point like a mid-level person, and you get like accidentally get you a senior level one, don't be afraid to apply for it. If you're looking at this is in general for everyone. If you see an application for something above your stuff, still apply. Nothing to lose. Did I make editor preferences? Comment. Been with this company for 6 years now. Finally got the senior position. Well, congrats. Fun fact. To this day, I've never had a senior title. On paper, I do not have a senior title. I have a senior salary, but I don't have a senior title. Still. Never have. I'm going to ask for it when my 1 year comes around at this new company. Yeah, the salary's all about. On my previous job, at one point I was offered a promotion that I never got for 3 years. But that's beside the point. And at one point they're like, well, if you want, we can give you the senior title. I'm like, does it come with the extra money for the title? And they're like, no. Well, then I don't want it. I told them, like, then I don't want the title. The reason I want the title is because I want the, the income increase. Because if you take a title upgrade with no salary increase, no rate increase, it will hurt you. Because that is where the biggest jumps usually in salary come from, is when you're going for different upgrading positions. I mean, okay. In my case, I was getting senior level based off of Canadian salary. So this was my previous job. I started in the US and I moved to Canada for another branch. But based on the Canadian salary number, I was a senior level. Based on a US value, I was a mid level. So they probably didn't want to give me anything more. Like, I told people this before. The US and Canadian prices for the 3D field is insane. If you have a position for 100,000 US dollars in the US, it'll be 100,000 Canadian dollars in Canada. But the conversion is like 1.4 right now. Like, I work for a big company, but the actual group is very small. Where the department I work with is literally me and a supervisor. I work on Star Trek. That's all I'll say. I said it before, which is why I'm comfortable saying it. I work on Star Trek in virtual production. Let's see if this sorting is working still. Hopefully. Yay! That's working, and it's sorting. Yeah, by rarity and alphabetically. Wait. Rarity isn't working though. Rarity is doing alphabetical. Still purple first. I want the rarity reversed. I see. I see what's happening. Okay, I need to think how I want to do it. Hey, Top Gun, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. How do you make a camera follow your character? Attach it to your character. Just use the default top-down 3D third-person character. You'll see. What's the code looking like for sorting alphabetically? I'm making tutorial for Sunday for it. Literally for that. And welcome in, Bubbin. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Yep. Sunday's video will be the tutorial for that. What does it feel like to work for a male corp like that? What does that mean? A lot of bureaucracy. I mean, I don't care much for company politics. Major corporation like that. Oh, I don't deal with any of that. I'm a lowly artist, as I always say. I don't give a shit about any of it. If I could have less meetings, I'd be happier. And less emails, I'd be happier. But I'm an artist. I shouldn't need to deal with any of it. Just give me the work to do. I'll get it done. That's all that matters to me. I don't care about the project. I don't care about the environment. I want to do Unreal stuff. I like Unreal. So that's it. Simple. Pretty simple for me in that regard. I don't know why I'm doing this when I could just do 3 minus. If I do 3 minus... That's fine, whatever. How do we get around this? I want to sort it... I want to reverse the sorting entirely. So why does this work? Why does this work? less meetings. We used to have a ton of meetings. I have one 50-minute meeting every day. I wish I had only that as well. But honestly, we have a meeting every day as well. That's just like, how's everyone doing? And if I could, I would never. I would. It's a pointless meeting for me. Yeah. I wish I didn't have to do it. Why? Hold on. Let me plug this back in. You guys just had a Discord notification you should check out if you haven't already. Yeah, so this works. It works because they're all numbers. $15 out, yeah. Personally, I think those are kind of a waste of time. Because your supervisor should know your status. And then their supervisor should know the status of the supervisors. Right? And it goes down the chain. So, at any point, someone going down one level should be able to ask, hey, what are they doing? If needed. There shouldn't be a reason to involve everyone when you don't have to. Right? Because it interrupts workflows, interrupts things. So that's why like I don't like just the catch-up stuff. I think instead of this here, I want to append it at the end versus at the beginning. So let's try that. Let's try that. Use it if you need help, then ask during the meeting. Yeah, that's what people do at my company too. But I don't know, maybe it's just me. But if I need help, I will never ask in a public place. I will not ever take everyone's time for something that involves only me. I will ask personally. I'll send a message asking for help on XYZ. I will never, ever, under any circumstances, ever say something is wrong in a meeting. Straight up. Like, my house needs to be on fire for me to tell them that, hey, something's not wrong. Basically. Like, I am not the kind of person to ever say anything during a meeting like that. So for me, it's a waste of time. Don't want to look bad, because I just don't want to waste people's time. If I have a problem, right, that I need solving, then one, why did I wait till the meeting to tell anyone? I have a problem with that. I should have told someone as soon as the meeting started, or as soon as the problem happened. And two, if I have something going wrong that's just affecting me, well, then I don't want to be holding up everyone's time that could be working with my problems, right? I'd rather than wait after the meeting and then be like a one-on-one, be like, hey, I have the problem. Cool, everyone's already working, right? No one's time is wasted. I don't like that. Yeah, but then I'll just talk. Then I'll just bring it up afterwards. I don't know. Again, I'm very much an introvert, so I don't like to inconvenience people. No, that didn't work. That makes it just alphabet. What do you think about Fab? It's garbage. Wow, chill, you're getting heated. I am not getting heated. If you think this is heated, you have never seen me heated. I'm passionate about it, but I'm definitely not heated. Very different. Heated typically means angry. I am in no way angry at anything. There's a very big difference between passionate and heated. You get to the point if you read everything at the right order, Madge. You said LMAO. Wow, chill, you're getting heated. Let's talk about something else. What do you think of Fab? Yeah, I saw it all. I don't know what I'm missing. Oh, I'm explaining to Good Guts, not you, Charles. How do we sort it where I sort? Okay, this is gonna be an extra thing. The joke be you would get the same weight talking about Fab. See, you can't expect me to get these jokes, Gaguts. Hold on, I have just a thing for it. You heard that? That was your joke flying over my head. I have a sound effect for that because things fly over my head way too much. It really does happen a lot. Yeah. Okay, so I need to figure out a way of sorting something and then sorting something within the something. How the hell do I sort something and then sort something within? So before, the way I was doing it would allow me to do that because it was all numbers. Have a good night, Charles. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good night's rest. So here I was doing all about with a number, so I could just reverse it and it would work. I could do a separate thing for it. Potentially. You put one while function inside another while function. A while function? While what? Oh. I thought you were trying to be helpful. Never mind. Sorry. Sorry, I gave you too much credit. That's on me. Yeah, that's on me. I could try... I could try to do string to int, but that's probably not going to work. Final trade be helpful if you try C++. There you go. That's what I was expecting. What? Why do I only have like single numbers? Oh, because I'm printing the wrong thing. No, I'm printing... I guess it doesn't like whatever I'm doing. Okay, whatever. Oh, because they're letters, so I would... Okay, yeah. I get it. Yep. No, it makes sense. What I just did makes sense. To be helpful, you would have to be paying attention since the beginning. You don't know blueprints. Fair enough. You're good. Distracting is fine. It feels warmer in my room, but looking at the temperature, it's not actually. So I feel like after the sword, I would need to do... I feel like I need to do... I think what I need to do is take... Before I do the sorting, I need to separate out the 3 tiers, and then do each three of the tiers separately. And then I can recombine the tiers in whatever order I want from those. Yeah. Yeah, like the sun's gonna be coming out like in the next like month or two. I mean, you already saw there have been a few days when the sun was like already pretty bright here. So pretty soon, that emote's gonna get a lot of use, Gigots. That emote's gonna get a lot of use. Also, by the way, look, you can actually see your emote now. Yeah, YouTube ones do not. Well, YouTube ones don't because they also don't show up for me as well, like on my side. Because yeah, that's why I always say that. I'm surprised that so many people like the Twitch chat experience because the emotes are not on the YouTube. Sorry, I don't like the Twitch chat experience because the emotes are all on YouTube. My brain just reversed everything. Holy shit. I'm surprised that people like the YouTube chat experience because all of the emotes are on the Twitch side. There we go. Yes. The sad thing is, it's 9 p.m. here. That's my brain at 9 p.m. To be fair, I also go to sleep at 11. Typically. But yes, you can see like all of the emotes. 7TV emotes, BTTV emotes, all work if you do it this way. All of them. It's great. So, see? You should have asked me about at the start of the stream. Ask me what? I need to... Oh, how do we do this? We need to... Have you considered trying to adapt a sorting algorithm that already exists? The problem with those is I'm not smart enough to understand them to implement them. Like, I don't know even how to look up what I want to do, let alone understand the sorting, because a lot of them are either in C++ or they're a lot of math that I am just too stupid to understand. That's the problem. So I think if I do a loop, save the card tiers and the... Sorry, save all of these for it. Let's do it here. So we have this. Then I need to do a switch on int. Oh, we can just do start at 1. And then I can save to a different array, and then I can do all the arrays here. So for each rarity. You mean the logic for sorting, not the code? Yeah, see, you're already speaking too advanced for me. What's the difference? Isn't the code the logic? I mean, see, to me it's the same. Isn't the nodes and all that is the logic of how it's sorting? No? 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 Okay. So all we're gonna do is do 1, 2, 3. Oh, I didn't mean to. Actually, I want to get all 3 get nodes because we need to add to them. Add. The logic's in like comparing the first item and the last item, and move comparing the first and last index, and like that would be the logic. Oh. Yeah, to me, I was thinking as if that's the code because, right, if I understand that stuff, then I just set up the nodes exactly like that, which becomes the code. So to me, it was the same thing, but it makes sense. I mean, if I can find that somewhere, yeah, but I don't know where to get this information. So yeah. If you can point me to the place where that is all written down in a nice way. Check Wikipedia page for sorting algorithm. Sorting algorithms. Yeah, so that's math. Yeah, yeah, this seems like what I was expecting. This is gibberish to me. I can just ignore that. Quick sort. Let's, for example, quick sort. The yields an average time complexity of O n log. Yeah, this. Yeah. Scroll down. Okay, scrolling down. Nope, this is the end. Bucket sort. Divide and conquer sorting algorithm. Works. Okay, no, this doesn't tell me how. No, this. I feel like I've been on this page before. I think at one point or another, and then I saw this, and I was like, yeah, no. There's also this. Sort of string, which gives me the code. But that, again, that's. I mean, I can check. I can understand the code, but like. So to you, what you need to sort, you'll figure out the algorithm for me. I need to sort 2 layers deep. So what I mean is, well, I just unhooked it. Oh, here. If I have here, so if I'm sorting alphabetically, right? It's going A, C, right? D, whatever, right? It's going alphabetical, but here I have 3 identical ones, so it's going rarity 1, 2, 3. So in the rarity version, I need to do like all rarity, and within that rarity, I want to do alphabetical. And if I reverse it, then the rarity will be on the other side, but it'll still be alphabetical. So what I'm doing now is basically splitting up the 3 versions, and then I can say do this 3 times, and then combine them at the end. Not the best way of doing it. I'll also need to actually. You basically you need a sort instead of a sort. So let's say you're sorting by name, and you have a lot of names Alex, right? But now you want to know which Alex came first based on the time. So you now need to sort within that. You're doing a double sort within the section. So it's the best I can explain it. You can sort alphabet and by tier. So here, I'll plug it back in so I can show you. So I already have a solution for this, but right, if I do alphabetical, it'll do alphabetical, and then the secondary is rarity, purple, green, white. If you do rarity, then it's purple, and within here, it's alphabetical. Right now, it maintains purple as the first one instead of being white. But I want to be like, maintain alphabetical, but swap the order. So what I'm trying to sort is different here. I'll show you what I want to happen as soon as I'm done with the sort. Hopefully we'll be done in the next 10 minutes. We just need to do a loop. Now, for loop. We're doing it 3 times, starting at 1. And this needs to do a select based off of you. I guess 0 and 2. Fine. This will be Locust card tier 1, 2, 3. You think don't make me think this hard if you already have figured it out like that. Sorry. I want to do sort of cards now for different tiers. Um, variable. This is rarity sort index. I mean, we'll see how well it works. It's a bit of a mess, but here I need to do a sort of sorted cards adding to. We want to do sort of cards. Tier 1, 2, 3. Then here, depending on what we're doing with this, we need to do, we need to re-add them as a specific order. So, can I combine or add another array? Is there any way to combine arrays? Basically? Append array, yes. Okay. Append array is what we're looking for. So, to the sorted... So if we're doing a regular rarity, we're doing this. Then we're appending sorted tier 1. We'll do 3, 2, 1. And otherwise, do 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's find out why this doesn't work. Very broken. Oh, because I didn't plug anything in. Oops. It helps to plug things in. You know my problem of never plugging things in? It's still it's still a problem. Okay, where did I not plug things in this time? Wait, what's the problem with this one? Wait, what is the... Okay, so this is not at all... Attempted to access index 15 of 7? Wait, how? How is it trying to do more... Oh, I'm adding to the same arrays here. Yeah. Okay. I got it. I got it. I need to have done this for these as well. Tier 1. Or no, I don't need to do that. I just clear it. I just clear it at the beginning here. I think I should just be able to do this. Because I only needed what in this loop. No. This seems way too many cards. You know, maybe we won't finish it tonight. What's the problem? So we're checking the local cards. We're doing the loop on them. We're doing this. We no longer need to do this append. I'm just going to bypass that. So that's step 1. Bypass that. Second of all, here we do the check the sorted array. And we sort it. This needs to be we need to do a select here. That also will help. Which means I'm also missing it here. Ascending. So first tab should sort by named here, then second tab. The tabs are fine. I'm just setting up the rarity one, which sort by rarity, like all the purples in alphabetical order, then all the greens in alphabetical order, then all the whites in alphabetical order. And when you reverse it, it should be all the whites in alphabetical order, then all the greens in alphabetical order, and then all the purples in alphabetical order. I think that's the best way, actually, the best I've explained it so far. Damn, all those purple and green people. Sorry for talking like that. Yeah, you're right. So it's doing the alphabet. Why do we have this multiple times? Why are we having all of these cards multiple times? Right? It just repeats the cards again. How is it repeating the cards? What if the cards hold? Everything about the card. Everything about the card. So it should do the first one, and only the cards from the first one. These are empty by default. Then it saves the names as we did before. Then it sorts the names by sorts it, yeah. And then it checks the sorted array and the name array, and it finds it and adds it. This is all great. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . And then after it's finished... Oh, I see what's going on. This should not be here. This should be here. There we go. I plugged it in the wrong place. So now, we have the purple, and then we have the whites, and then go into purple. The only thing is, these are now also reversed alphabetically, and I don't want them reversed alphabetically. But it's now working exactly how it used to work. So I recreated the old system. Now, if I want to change it to a better version, like the one I just described, I can make those changes. So, but I think that's going to be for next time. Did I ruin it because I figured it out? Is that why I ruined it? I just want to, confirm. Are you upset because I did it? Yeah, it's working. It's working exactly how I want. Well, again, now I want to also change it so, right, so we have the purples in alphabetical, greens in alphabetical, whites in alphabetical, and reversed whites, then greens, then purples. Does Blueprint have a dictionary? I think so, but I'm not gonna say for sure yes. I've never used it and I've never seen anything about it, but maybe. So I don't know why I'm saying yes, maybe. I genuinely do not know. Oh well. It is what it is. But that's gonna do it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back on Monday. I do not know how the dictionary works. I know how the actual dictionary works. You look up words in it. That's the limit of my knowledge of a dictionary. No, I don't actually know. Yeah, I'll be back Monday for some more game dev, and yeah, we'll continue with sorting and then AI stuff. I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you guys then. It was actually an exactly 3-hour stream. One of the rarities. It never happens. Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.